Hello everyone, I hope you're having a great day today. So today we are doing a little summer getaway house, even though technically now it's not summer. When I built this it was summer, but now it is gonna be September. Halloween is on the way. Wonderful day that's gonna be. But we are building a cottage type of build, and it is one that I saw while I was out and about in my local, well, not local, but like half an hour away or so area, and I thought it'd be quite fun to build in The Sims because, as you can see, it's got a few little buildings that are like tacked on over time, and it was in a National Trust place, so obviously it's going to be very quaint and stuff. So we are building this. We're getting the outside and stuff done first, because this time I did all the stuff like the building and a bit of the landscaping first, and then decided to come back a day later and actually furnish it because I have been ill, even though it's been like 30 or more degrees, and I decided that I would get sick, and then had just bad times for 2 days, and then had an interview on one of those days that I had a rough time on. So that was great, but I think I just needed some alone time before the interview, just to collect myself and sort of decide what I want to do and stuff like that. So I am feeling a lot better now. That is why this video has not come out, because I didn't want to record while I was like a mess, even though it is okay to feel not ridiculous, but whatever you're feeling, and just embrace it sometimes and just wallow in it and just just have it as it is, which has helped, and I feel a lot better for just wallowing in my self-pity for a while. But we have lots of different textures and stuff to this house. So we've got some of the vampire brick stuff going about on some of the I don't know whether it's the older part or the or the slightly newer part, but I imagine that some of the later stuff is in the red brick, so they kind of tack that on as they built it. So we've got some bay windows. We've also got some interesting roofs and stuff. At this point I'm just trying to find the certain fence that I wanted, because they had a little wooden sort of fence they had an apple orchard at the back of the house. So luckily in live edit objects they had some wonderful cats and dogs fences that I could use for that, and some apple trees and stuff as well, which we have an apple tree in our back garden that's got tons and tons of apples on now, because it's getting to that point. We're also growing a pumpkin, which is pretty random as well, but I was like, let's carve our own pumpkin this year. And I'm looking. It's actually we only managed to grow one, which is pretty pretty sad, but it's definitely getting to a size where you could properly carve it and stuff. So we've got some apple trees going in, which are the ones that are about the world. So they won't produce anything, but they're kind of the vibe that I was going for. And we're using some little base game windows actually, which were perfect for this little house. And I did actually add some extra windows about the place once I actually got inside, because I realised that upstairs had like no windows whatsoever. I also added on a little the back of the building house as well, because when I was looking through the pictures that I took, I was just, oh yeah, it has a little back bit which we turned into a very nice utility laundry room, like boot room type of thing out the back, which works well for this type of house. There's quite some fun rooms that I don't normally like add into it, and some interesting like fireplace placements and stuff like that, which is always fun. At the front we have like one of the little debug arches, which actually is for a little outdoor seating area because they had a few about the place, and I quite like the fact that it was behind a nice tall hedge, so it was nice and secluded, but at the front of the house this time. So I was like clearly digging that and wanting to incorporate that into the build as well. Also, we're doing a lot of plants as well because you have to make it a proper English garden, so lots and lots of plants and sunflowers and all sorts of stuff like that. And also the house had a big greens like vines and stuff growing out the front, so I had to include that on both sides, which is why I kind of liked the house in the first place, because it was a proper old house that was very well established in nature as well, stuff like that as well. My voice is going because I haven't spoken properly in like a week or more, except for like an interview. And even in that I was just like glazing over by the end, and then I decided to walk back to the train station as well. So I was like, I actually nearly fell asleep on the train home. I was just like, I have no energy, I'm so ill. I haven't even heard back yet. It's probably going to be a no. But oh well. And we're also doing some skill building gardening stuff outside as well, which obviously you have to do because it's got a nice big garden. We've also got bees as well, because obviously you have to have bees in an English garden. You can get some honey and stuff like that and sell it. And the little patch out the front is using the debug cabbages that we have in like a little row. So I thought that'd be quite fun, as they've got like an established garden, and then obviously we've got the planters as well, so you can actually grow some stuff on the front as well. I decided to put the little awning bit to make it look as though there was a path there beforehand, but they kind of decided that they wanted to grow the plants up a bit out the front, so you can no longer get through the front bit. But also do some stepping stones down the side as well, which you can just see. But we are going to start off with the kitchen. So in the bay window, I obviously wanted to have a bay window seat, but I was just like, I made it too big. So I'm just going to use a sofa. I think it was the bowling stuff, little bench, and then having the dining table in front of that. I wish Sims could actually use like proper bench seating for their dining tables. That would be a pretty cool feature. We've also got the bricks flooring that's from the outside on the inside as well, just to have a little bit of consistency and kind of make it a little cottagey inside as well. So we're going pretty full on with that theming in here. So all the parenthood stuff and the season stuff and that gets used near enough for everything in here. I also put the fridges in the back room as well, because I thought that'd be quite interesting, and sort of like made it a parlour area, so it's a little bit different. And using some grate counters as well, just to tie in with the floor. That window in the corner was a little bit awkward for the actual cupboards and stuff, but it did make a good spot for the microwave, as you can tell. We've also got a nice big kitchen and stuff, and I quite liked having a utility room in this house, because you could put all the washing and stuff, and put like the fire stuff and the heating and the parent board as well in there, so it doesn't like clutter up the entranceway at all. And you kind of got a dedicated little room. Also love putting the little vampire book that looks like a cookbook right next to the cooker as well. I think we need something like that. I don't know what realm of magic is going to bring us, but hopefully it's some good stuff. I still need to see more of that, even though it's coming out like this week. It's like still not enough stuff for me to know whether I need to go out and or not go out, like go and get that expansion pack. The kitchen is quite open and quite spacious as well, especially as it has to be a hallway for the staircase, and to getting to all the rest of the rooms as well. So it's kind of the center of the house. And we also have some pet stuff as well in here, so the food bowls are in the little back area, and we've got a pet bed in the kitchen as well, because I thought it would be a little bit cruel to put the pet in the little outhouse, but you could do if you want to. I know some people do that with their pets. They have them in their own little room. And we've got some old pictures up on the wall as well, kind of ones that were from the original occupants of the house, maybe the original Sims. In the hallway itself, we've got a nice big entranceway, and I thought it'd be quite nice to try and make a little built-in sort of area using the laundry day stuff and it's all laundry day stuff actually. I forgot that one came with laundry day, but it kind of makes a nice big like feature out of where you put all your stuff. There's like stuff to hang coats and stuff on, and we've got a few clutter items as well about the place. And I like using the red brick as well, makes it quite fun. I also use moved objects to put some shoes up on the little thing as well there, which kind of is a cool little thing. I'll have to try and do that in some more builds and just finding more and more clutter objects, because that is my favorite thing to do. This house definitely by the end feels like it is actually lived in by the end, because there's so much stuff in here, which is always quite fun. And then this is our downstairs bathroom, and it actually has a fireplace in it, because I had some strategic fireplace placements to where the chimneys are on the outside of the house. I was like literally going full, trying to make it IRL placements of where you'd have the stuff. So we actually have a fireplace in here, which will be quite nice because it's like basically just brick and stone on the flooring, so it get pretty cold in there, so you probably need a fireplace. We've got proper old school copper bathtub as well. We do have some old sinks and a new shower and an older toilet as well, so you kind of imagine that they added in the shower just for some convenience, because obviously the Sims take forever to have a bath. So I always like adding the both of them in this room. Our big entertaining space, so this is our big dining area. It's a more formal area, so we've got a bar as well at the end, which I always turn around so you can see all the different objects, because it makes it a little bit more interesting than just having it the other way round, so it's just like a flat thing. So we have a few objects and stuff about on here, and we have a big dining table in the middle as well. And I thought I had to add in the big cupboard units as well, just to add that extra like thing of that they've got lots of items and stuff. I'm going for a very brown theme in here, which I kind of dig for this house. Kind of you can get away with it slightly more if you're just going for some brown. And made sure that we had a nice feature light that wasn't too like modern either. Kind of it looks as though it's somewhat more modern, but also kind of looks a little old school as well. Nice big rug underneath, because we need to have some comfort in here, and 2 seats by the fireplace, so if you wanted to pour yourself a whiskey in the evening and sit by the fire, then that would be a perfect little spot to do so if you didn't want to actually hang out in the living space. So this is our living room here. We've still got two other rooms off to the side, which are more skill building and officey type of rooms. So in here is kind of a big family room, so it's mainly for like watching TV and relaxing and stuff. So we have some nice dark wood, going for very dark wood in this house, like constant color theme in this house. So I wanted to have proper bay window seat in here, because it is the living room. You want to sit and read a book in the window, so we do have some 2 pushed together bay window seats in the window, and 2 sofas as well. So you can either, I don't know whether the Sims will sit on the bay window seats to actually watch TV, but they do have 2 normal seats just in case they actually want to. And I used one of the side tables as well because when I was looking through it, I was like, oh, that would make a perfect little TV cabinet thing. Especially, you can imagine they've got all their Blu-rays like tucked away under in the little drawer area. So they have it nice and stored away. We're also going for quite a green colour scheme in here as well, just adding a few bookcases about, the ones that are not so bookcasey, so it looks like they've actually got some of like personal items about, and obviously adding in a few kids stuff as well, because this house is fully prepared for children. There is kids' bedrooms and stuff, so a few toys here and there, but not too much because they do have their own space. I had to add in the little laundry day thing as well, just because it fit perfectly with this theme, and a few magazines on the table as well, which on the coffee table, which is like such a nice little touch that we got from the Moschino stuff, which I'm so happy so happy about. I thought that pack was going to be like rubbish, but I've just been building something at the moment, and using that pack to make these different things was such a fun thing to do. So you'll have to look forward to that. I think I'm going to try and get that one out soon for this week, because this one's going out today hopefully. And then we are working on our study library type of area. So this is off the dining room, so this is for mainly storing all the books and having the computers and office desks and stuff. And then there's two of the wingback chairs as well. Again, I can feel my nose running, which is probably, you don't want to know, but if I am sniffing at all, it is because I'm ill still. And sleeping for like 12 hours, which is always fun, and you don't feel even more tired than you already do. But we've got some of the similar colours going through here as well, and we've got one desk that has the computer on and one desk that hasn't, so the kids can go and do their homework in the study if they want to. I also scaled down the Stranger Things bookcases as well, which looks super cool for this type of build. They look a little bit older, a little bit like 1900 ones. And then in the room that comes off the study area, we have our little skill building room. So we have a art space, so if your son is into doing that art. We also have a keyboard as well, and I think throw in some of the decoration boxes as well. I always forget about that stuff, and I was like, add the laundry in while I'm here. And then we have a foosball table and a dartboard as well, so it's a nice little like gaming sort of skill room just off the side, which is not normally a room that I actually get to build a dedicated space for, so it's always nice to have that in the house. So upstairs we have a master bedroom off to our left, which is straight ahead of us now. We have a family bathroom, we have next to that is the kids' bedroom, and then we have another kids' bedroom to the other end of the house. So the upstairs is a lot smaller than the downstairs, and we have a nice big landing area as well, which is nice. And just throw in some more bookcases and seat as well, just to make it look as though it has some purpose, because always get missed and I always end up doing them off camera, but this time I'm doing it on camera. And we're going to start with our master bedroom, so we're going for the same colours again, using some of the like poster beds and some of the get together stuff as well in here, just to make it so there is a few older pieces here and there, and some of the cats and dogs stuff as well, because they all go nicely together. We also have some more wing backs and stuff in here, because that is the chair of this house. It's always a good chair for the older stuff. I do actually go through and change the wallpaper once I get some of some more of the objects about, because the white walls really really not doing it for me. I was just like, we need something, there needs to be some sort of colour going through the place. So I do go through and add some like wooden, I think the wooden sideboards skirtings, I think, and it's got a little peachy colour. I think it's not the one that I always go for, which is from the free update stuff, but one that's a bit more rustic. I also put some lamps on the side tables as well, which is something that I don't normally do. I've also been using some of the standing lamps as well in this build, just to add in some warmer tones of lighting, because normally when you use the beamers and scale them down, you're just like, I don't really care about how realistic the lighting is. But this one I kind of tried to make it somewhat realistic, and putting in some radiators as well, which is always fun. I really wish they would actually work with the season stuff. I can't believe they actually have a patch there that you can use the radiators to heat the house, which is something they should really get on and do. If you're listening, the sim gurus, you better patch that in. They're trying to find an old bed that wasn't too old, if that makes any sense whatsoever. So we went for one of the base game ones again. I'm using quite a few base game stuff in here, but obviously using all the stuff that I can. So also, because this room is a little bit of an odd shape, it's like an L shape, it would be quite nice to have some built-in wardrobes as well, and it means I don't have to cover the whole side of the wall with just random different wardrobes and stuff. This is supposed to be for like a teen or something to stay in or have. So we've got a few cluttery items about, books, we've got a plant in the corner, use the little bear book like stand as well, going for some reds and stuff in here, and a few posters. But it's not actually put too much stuff in this room, because I felt like we didn't really need it. It was quite nice having it a little bit more open and spacious. I also put a seat on the end as well, one of the little ottoman type of things on the end, so Sim can sit on the end, and it's plenty of space for the Sim to add their own stuff in over time as well, especially if you're doing all the projects and stuff. So this is the younger child's bedroom, so we're going for a very orange autumnal feel in here. It's clearly feeling autumn when I was building this. So down one end, because we've got the door in the middle, down one end we have like the bedroom and stuff, like the more sleeping area, and then we've kind of got a more fun end with the desk and the bookcase and stuff. The other end we've got some toys and stuff, and just making it a fun space for them. Also put a load of toys on the shelves as well, because sometimes I always forget to add some stuff like that in, especially if we've got like a toy chest downstairs as well. Also got a toy chest up here as well, just in case the Sim wants to play in their own space. Trying to find stuff that can go in the room on the walls, because we got everything against the wall, so it was kind of like hard to fit some nice decorative stuff. I also didn't want to block the radiator with the stuff as well, because imagine like melting at the toy box on the radiator. And we've got a few of the awards and stuff, and I thought it'd be quite nice to like sneak a little height chart behind the mirror as well. This is where I go through and change all the colours as well. First off I started with just having white, but then I was like, no, we need a little bit colour. So the hallway and the two bedrooms get turned into that, and then we are doing our family bathroom, so we're using the same like items that we have downstairs to kind of keep the theme going. Also adding in our laundry baskets everywhere as well, because I always forget about that. Once I put the laundry stuff in, I'm just like, can have just one laundry basket. It's normally easier as well because then they don't have to go around collecting every single bit of laundry around the house, and they normally give up like halfway around as well. Also made sure to have a monster light as well because always forget that. This bathroom is quite nice and spacious as well. Also thought it'd be quite nice to have some different colours in here, and the ones from Parenthood always look kind of old school, so we're going for that. And I think we're going to go back outside again just to finish off everything, and debating whether we add in some more seats and stuff. We've got like a swing and everything outside, so I thought it'd just add some more skill building stuff like the flower arranging. So if you wanted to grow flowers instead, we've also got some pet stuff as well, because I thought we don't have a toy box and you can have an outside bowl as well. A few plants on the little debug item as well. I do like having that little item because it just means that you can add your own flowers onto the cart instead of having the pre-made one that's already got the flowers and stuff on. And I think that is it. So here are our screenshots so you can have a good look at the layout and to the inside and stuff. So I hope you enjoyed this build. If you did, feel free to give it a like, and if you'd like to see any more builds, then feel free to subscribe, and hopefully I will see you in the next one. Bye.